Okay, we've just entered a trade here, and we're now long from 1332.25. Just entered the trade a couple of minutes ago, and as you can see, our initial protective stop is at 1330.75. So we've bought 4 contracts, so we have a sell stop to sell 4 contracts at 6 ticks below our entry price. And that's why it's at 330.75. A point and a half is equal to 6 ticks. Where it says the green tabs there, you can see there's 3 of them above the current market price at 1333, 1333.75, and 1335.25. Those are targets 1, 2, and 3, so you can see T1, T2, and T3 on them. And on target 1, we're selling 2 contracts, so there's a little 2 on the left of that tag. We're selling 1 contract at 33.75 and 1 contract at 35.25. So what our basic trade management protocol calls for is to exit 1/2 of the position at plus 3 ticks, and then at that time our stop will be adjusted and our risk will be reduced from 6 ticks down to just 3. The idea of that, of course, is that sort of a different trade management philosophy, if you will, on these exits. The first one is really just to kind of cover the overhead sort of thing. If we can make a couple of quick ticks and actually 3 ticks, and we have a very high percentage of the time doing that, then even if the market then moves against us and we lose 3 ticks, we've ended up with a scratch on that trade or break even, less of course the cost of commission. So what we're really trying to do here on that first objective is just to be very conservative, just to go ahead and try and make a reasonable profit. The next target at 6 ticks would be, well, actually I would consider it to be a reasonable profit. The first one a very modest profit. So, and then their third target is not actually a target. Because we're using the automated trade management feature within Ninja, we do have to put a target in for our 4th contract. So from that standpoint, we've got to put something in there anyway. And but we usually cancel that and just manage our trade manually using our software. So that's what we will do here should the market rally that high. So we've had this in for a little bit, and not too long, just, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes, and we're looking to have the market hit that 1333 even price. And if it can do that, then of course what the automated trade management feature within NinjaTrader will do is immediately boost up that protective sell stop from 1330.75. It'll move it up 3 ticks to 1331.50. So 3 ticks is 3/4 of a point, and as I was just saying, that would be the equivalent of our gain on the trade should it go up and fill us at 1333. So we're just going to monitor this closely here and give it a little bit of time. The market has been moving higher as we anticipated. The one thing that we do know, however, is that even though the market has been bullish today and we did expect higher values today, we do know that there is a little bit of a barrier around 33. So we will give this at least 10 minutes to unfold, and maybe a little bit longer, just because the intraday auction has been pretty strongly up. So we're going to give it a little bit of time here to move higher, and just see what we can get out of this trade. So just kind of let that continue here, and I'll let the trade just unfold. By the way, you can see right on our chart, you can see that blue up arrow with the price of 1332.25. So this is a 1-minute bar you're looking at. So as soon as the price at the close of that bar qualified according to our trade parameters to go ahead and signal a trade, our software will show that up blue arrow indicating a long trade at the close of that bar. So it shows right on the chart. So our trading methodology and our overall program does identify trades very objectively and show them right on the chart. We actually like to think of our software more as an intelligent assistant, if you will. In other words, it's kind of doing the grunt work to identify these trades for you, and then it's really up to you to decide whether or not you actually want to take any one particular trade. You can see at the bottom of the chart there's a colored band. Today over in the left bottom corner you can see it was red, and then it turned to gray and then to green. So the red is a bearish intraday indication, the gray is a neutral, and the green is a bullish intraday. Intraday meaning within the current day. So we knew we were bullish going into the day, and the market has set up a long trade in conjunction with a supporting piece of information, which is our filter, and it is obviously showing it as green or bullish, and that's of course why we have gone ahead and taken this trade. So we have been into the trade here for approximately 10 minutes. Usually at 10 minutes we reassess what has transpired since we've gotten into the trade. And we do have, we'll either go ahead and just exit that trade. In other words, if we've been underwater for most of that 10 minutes, we'll probably just, in a case like that, we'll just go ahead and exit the trade. As you can see here, we have been to the good 2 ticks, and it did dip quickly just 2 ticks against us, and so it's really just been hovering right at our price. So I think we're in this case we'll give it a few more minutes, and sort of extend that 10-minute stop, give it another 5 minutes here. If we don't reach that first objective in 10 minutes, then we'll go ahead and exit that trade. But we do have a lot of good structure going for us on this trade, so I'm going to go ahead and extend that time at least another few minutes here. So we'll just continue to monitor it. Okay, there, we've just hit our first objective. Our stop has been adjusted. You can see it's been, the price is the stop, this protective sell stop for 4 contracts has been adjusted. It was at 1330.75, and now it's moved up 3 ticks to 1331.50. And the NinjaTrader automated trade management feature, which is all that Ninja charges for, did that automatically for us as soon as our first target was reached. Now, you can also see that we have not yet been filled on that first target at 1333 even. However, the stop will be automatically adjusted anyway, so hopefully we'll get filled here shortly, and that will at least lock in no worse than an overall break even on this trade. Each tick, of course, in the E-mini S&P is worth $12.50. A tick meaning the minimum increment that the market must move in order to actually change price. So there's 4 ticks in 1 point in E-mini S&P. In other words, when the market moves from, let's say, 1332 to 1333, that's 1 point or 4 ticks. And of course, 4 times 12.50 is $50. So each point is therefore worth $50. So what we will do here, should we get filled on our first objective, we will make 3 ticks on 2 contracts. So we'll make $37.50 on these 2 contracts each, which is obviously a total of $75. So hopefully we're going to get filled on that. We've hit it here, 1, 2, this is the 3rd bar that has hit our objective, so hopefully we're going to get filled on this. If we do get filled on this, you'll notice that the stop does not change. The way that we have set up our automated trade management feature, there we just got filled. You can see our stop just stays the same. So our stop will stay the same there until market moves 6 ticks in our favor, which is the equivalent of 1.5 points. And should the market continue higher and hit 33.75, which is our second target, then our stop will be adjusted to break even for the remaining partial position. So you can see here we have been filled on 2 contracts, so you can see that our existing or open order at 1332.25 says 2 on it, and our stop also has now been, the number of contracts there has also been reduced from 4 contracts to 2. So we just have 2 contracts left on this trade, and hopefully the market can bounce up a little bit more here, another tick, and it'll get us to our second objective, and then the stop, you'll see, will automatically be bumped up to the entry price. Now, should we get filled on this second objective, that would be 6 ticks, which is 6 times 12.50, of course, is $75. So we would lock in. There we go. Okay, good. We just got filled on that second objective, and so 6 ticks on that's another $75. So we made $75 on our first target, $75 on our second target. So we're up $150 on this trade. Now you can see our sell stop is now placed exactly actually where we want it. Now that we've hit the first objective, we will adjust our stop to 2 ticks below, when we're long, to 2 ticks below the low of the most recent buying paint bar, which is what we're looking at right now with that cyan bar. So our stop happens to be not only 2 ticks below the low of that bar, but also at our break-even price, so no need to adjust it. Should the market come down and stop us out on this trade, I should say on this final partial, we would not have any profit on this final 1/4 of our position, and only have profit on the first 3 contracts, the first 3/4 of our position, which was that total of 12 ticks or $150. So looks like I might get a little bit of rejection here, and who knows, prices might come in and stop us out, but hopefully we'll get lucky and this thing will rally. Even if we do get stopped on this, you can see that the market only ever moved 2 ticks against our position. So, you know, really, I mean, this is one of the key features that we're really trying to do on our trades, is to have excellent trade entry location so the market does not move much against us at all. The 6-tick stop is, we find to be in most cases, plenty, and so that's one of the things that we've really concentrated on in our system. Okay, there, we've been filled on that. So total 12 ticks on that trade for a profit of $150. So thanks for taking the time to watch the video.